Hey everyone, welcome back. We're the SkylanderNutts and we are here for Gen 3 of our YouTube channel. Well, maybe it's more like Gen 2. We have been here for the entire Xbox generation and the PS4. We did videos all through that generation, played a bunch of Skylanders. It was the main part. Those last games came out during that generation. And today we have the new Xbox Series X and we're starting our third generation, as we started with the original Xbox 360 and PS3. We didn't do a whole lot of videos in that era, but we're ready now to start with the next era of gaming. And, you know, cross your fingers that a Skylander game or remake or remaster of the other games come out sometime during this generation. I still have hope that, you know, it could happen, but until then, we're going to enjoy all the games that we have, and we're going to see what this Xbox Series X can do, and hopefully upgrade graphics and faster load times and all that stuff. Connor, what do you know about the Xbox Series X?
Well, what I know about the Xbox Series X is it's supposedly the most powerful, one of the most powerful systems today.
Yep, that's right. Xbox touts it as the most powerful gaming system. Some 12.6 or 12.1 teraflops, gigaflops, I don't know, it doesn't matter. It's going to be pretty much on par with the PS5. We're going to unbox this today, and hopefully, you know, I was shut out of pre-orders for both the Xbox Series X and the PS5, but I was lucky enough to pick this up in the store today. I'm going to hope to try to do the same thing with the PS5. We'll see. You know, if you see a video in a couple days, you'll know we got it. But for now, let's go ahead and see how this thing opens up. All right, guys?
All right.
We're going to cut these.
Make sure not to cut the Xbox.
Well, luckily, yeah, the boxes usually open pretty well once you get through this.
There's tape on the bottom.
All right. So, as you can see, this kind of looks like it's horizontal design box, but the console itself is supposed to be vertical.
One of the things I remember about the Xbox is all of the great memes about it being basically the equivalent of the gaming fridge.
That's right. Oh, have you guys seen the video of the Xbox gaming fridge?
Yes.
I would love an Xbox gaming fridge. I don't care if it has the Series X in it or not, but it looks cool. I would so put that down here in our basement.
I've seen pictures. I haven't seen the video. I've just seen pictures of the
Alright, so right away, once you get the tape off, the box has a nice little hinge here. I guess I should turn it to the camera so we can do this. See what's inside. Ooh.
Ooh, it's in another case, dude. That's a nice looking case.
Yeah, look at that.
I thought it was an actual.
Xbox has done a good job, I think, in the last two. Yeah, I don't think it went back to 360 of just making it easy to get out of the box. Oh, it's pretty heavy. I don't want to drop it.
I thought it was more bigger. Since it
Also,
was
another
like,
small
Oh,
thing
it's
I
very
noticed.
heavy.
Wow.
Connor, I'll let you try to pick that up a little bit.
Okay. One thing I noticed is black styrofoam, not white styrofoam.
Well, this console's black.
Wow.
Now, we're not getting an Xbox Series S because I have a 4K TV. I don't think there's anything else in here.
pass it over.
That's actually pretty
Actually-
heavy, Elias. For a gaming, for a console.
Actually, there's more in the box.
Oh, there
And
is.
it's kind of heavy.
There's a code down here for, I think, some Game Pass or something, maybe. I think you get 14 free days. Definitely take advantage of that. But in here, I think we have our controller and other things. Power cord, yeah, here we go. We got a controller.
Ooh, I don't remember what the controller of the Xbox looks like.
I thought I saw on the back there's like a third button.
Yeah, we'll go over that when we look at the
third
control
button.
with the button. I think
That's
you're gonna like it.
revolutionary.
It kind of is. I, you know, maybe I'll do a video on how it works later, but
Wait, I wonder if it has.
There we go.
I forgot what they were called, but it's like a button where you can press once and it repeatedly does what another button would do. Like I think it was called like a macro button.
yeah, that's from controllers. They don't usually have those on normal controllers.
I know. I just think
Oh,
it's
this
cool.
is
For, like,
heavy.
All right, let me have that, bud. Don't drop
There you go.
the new system.
Drop the Xbox.
Yeah.
Power your dreams and drop it to start your nightmares, I guess. All right.
These cables are kind of big.
And
Yeah,
the
so
cable.
this cable here, this is an HDMI 2.1 ultra high-speed cable. If you plan on hooking your Xbox up to a television with 4K and 120 hertz, you need to use this cable. There are many of old HDMI cables that are a little bit slower. I think not the ultra fast, but the high speed HDMI cable is not good enough, I don't think, for 120 hertz. You have to have the ultra high speed cable. I'm not entirely sure, but Xbox provides you with this one. You hook this up to your TV, and if your TV supports it, you shouldn't have a problem. Now, I have a AV unit. Now, I'm not entirely sure if it supports ultra high speed. I know it does 4K, but does it do 4K 120 hertz? I'm not sure, so I'm going to have to play with that and find out. But a very important cable to have in the box.
And there's another cable.
This is just your normal power cable, and I believe it is interchangeable with the one on your Xbox One. So if you have an Xbox One hooked up, you should be able to just plug this in and use your old one if you want. However, your HDMI cable you will want to change.
Well, I can plug that into my Xbox.
All right, let's get this off. Well, you know.
Oh, it's a fridge.
Oh, that actually looks amazing. Oh, wow.
I mean, they weren't wrong about the fridge part.
No.
But I'm not kidding. This actually looks amazing.
Oh, I'll move the cables. Wait.
Of course, the back
Here,
doesn't
take that.
look that good.
Take that away. There we go.
Oh.
Ooh, this feels good.
All right, see if we can show that off there.
Oh, its top is kind of curved.
Ooh,
I realized it's kind of like a mini slope.
It's
It feels weird.
So everyone's feeling the top there. You can see it's a little bit curved.
It looks like a honeycomb.
Yeah, that's what I
Goes
said.
down. It's all ventilated for good air support.
So that's where the fans are gonna
Yep,
blow
the
out?
fan is right there blowing up.
Wow.
Now you can see
Will it make the annoying loud fan noise, or because
if it's broken, it might make an annoying fan noise. You
my
can see the
computer makes
Xbox
the
button
fan noise
here
sometimes.
is oriented kind of like they want you to sit up vertical, and on the bottom I think I saw, yeah, there's even a little stand
Wow.
there on the bottom.
Yeah, they totally
I am actually noticing another thing. Since this is a vertical console, the insert disc is also vertical.
Yeah, now typically I would never set my console vertical. In days of the 360 and the PS2, I don't even remember which consoles that they said could go vertical. Notorious for making the disc get scratched. The discs spin vertically. They want to wobble a little bit because of gravity, right? They don't hold them very well in place, and that will cause the laser to eventually touch and scratch your discs, ruining hundreds of discs.
But this apparently has something to
Well,
combat that?
I mean, I don't know for sure, but you would assume in this day and age they would make that better. I might actually try to do this vertical because I don't play that many discs anymore. Maybe an old disc, backwards compatible. This Xbox can play anything back to the Xbox original games, Xbox 360
Unlike
games.
the Xbox One, which could only play up to the Xbox 360.
No. All the Xbox is the same. Xbox One
really?
can play original Xbox games. If the game is on the backwards compatibility list, which most of them are, it'll work on the Xbox One. It'll also work on the Series X.
Wow.
And the Series S if it's digital. But the discs you can put in and it'll do whatever it needs to do. So I might keep it vertical. I got to see what kind of space I have in my entertainment center. I'm not too worried about the disc scratching thing anymore. It looks cool vertical. If you wanted to do it horizontal,
Totally looks like you could.
you want to do it this way and have the disc on top. Like that.
It totally looks like
Wait,
you could do
it
it vertical
can?
too. It's not a 100. You don't have to do it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can do it just like this. I mean, it's not very deep. It's taller than the Xbox Series 1, but it's not as deep. So depending on your entertainment center, you'll want to figure it out. But it does have this nice disc on the bottom, the stand, and it does not have anything on the bottom side for horizontal. So even more pushing you towards doing it vertically.
Also, if you
Well,
do-
maybe that's the point. They want to show you that vertical consoles aren't all that bad. They won't always scratch your disc, and they can fix that.
Listen, everything everyone makes is got some stupid problem with it.
Huh.
The Switch controllers don't work, they drift. I mean, there's always something. So I'm sure there's going to be a problem with the Series X as well and the PS5, but
Most likely.
we'll find it. You can see back here the ports. We got the HDMI, power, Ethernet, and 2 USB ports, and the optional storage. It's $220 for another terabyte of storage. It looks like an old memory card you stick back here. I'm not going to deal with that for a while. You need that if you want the ultra high fast loading and things that this console's made to do. But you can also plug in your old USB hard drive to it, and you can play all your old games off that. Just plug it in and go. You won't get the ultra high speed loading, but you should have seriously improved loading. I might try that out later and do some videos to see what the difference is between loading from the hard drive versus loading from the internal fast hard drive. See how much of a difference there really is.
So this console has 1 terabyte of memory?
This console comes with 1 terabyte of memory, that's right.
That's like
about 667 usable gigabytes, because a third of the terabyte I think is used for operating system, saves, quick loading, and all the other things, resume that it does. So you do get not quite a terabyte of free space to put your games on.
I wonder how many games you could have on this with Microsoft Flight Simulator, different than the Xbox One.
Well, Flight Simulator is not on the Xbox One yet. It probably will be, and it'll be interesting to see exactly how much space that game takes, because that could be a killer. Look back here. It looks like it's got something to come off.
I wonder
in the back,
if that is just...
It's got this little slot here. I don't know if you can see it with the lighting. A weird little slot. It kind of makes you want to pull it down, but... Alright, so that's pretty cool. That's just... It's a little bit different. It's pretty bare bones and plain.
But
all black.
They'll probably release, like, different game-themed variations of it, too, like they do with every console.
Yep. Now let's take a look at the controller.
The controller.
So, yes, it's supposed to have a third button.
Has batteries in here. Here we go.
Yep.
We're
I found the third button.
Elias and I use Elite controllers, so... But this one feels really nice. I can tell just... First thing that's a little different is the triggers. Probably can't see it because I don't have ultra close-up. The triggers have a little bit of grip on them. So, like, your fingers don't want to slip off that easy.
But also, the Elite controllers kind of have that.
Yeah, the Elite controllers kind of have that as well, but the regular controllers didn't. Also, there's a bit of good sandpaper-like feel back here that help your grip, I think. I'm sure it'll wear down, though, pretty quickly. It doesn't seem very... I don't know, it's very fine, so I could see it wearing down pretty quick. But it feels very good in my hands. I definitely like it. And the D-pad is also a mixture between the two D-pads that come on the Elite. It's a little bit concave, so your thumb can fit in it. And then you can quickly push up or left or right. It's got the big raised D-pad direction spots, but then the disc allows you to roll to the corner pretty easy too.
I wonder if it was called the D-pad because of the 4 directions with D.
Yeah, D stands for directional pad. So I think that was originated back in the regular Nintendo days. I think they called it the D-pad for direction. And as Elias mentioned, and I think Connor too, there is a third button right here in the middle.
It looks like a download symbol. That looks
Yes, it's the share button.
Oh,
so,
yeah, like share your clips.
What we do today when we have a good match in Apex or Fortnite is we pause it, we quickly open up the guide menu, we quickly scroll over and we say record that, and we record the last 5 minutes. So we try to make sure we get all the cool things we just did.
I actually got a quicker way to do
Well,
it.
but now you don't need that. You just hit this button. This button hits it, and hopefully you can set up in the operating system how long, but I hear you can record like 45 minutes of 4K gaming if you want.
45
You can basically
minutes.
use up your hard drive. There isn't a limit. That's just rumors. Of course, I haven't plugged it in, so I don't know exactly.
You can basically set up YouTube videos in a press of a button.
No, not
if you're doing
quite, but
unedited,
maybe. I don't know how you get them off the Xbox and edit and all that stuff. But basically, if you just thought your last Fortnite match was amazing, you can hit that button and the whole thing will get recorded. I'm sure you got to go into some settings to see what the default amount of time that you back up to record is, but maybe there's an option to record the whole match.
Could I feel the controller?
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me what you think of that.
You are right about there being a little extra grip.
Now, I think it's a little tinier for my hands,
Ooh.
but it's not bad for my hands.
I don't know if this is different, but RB and LT buttons seem to go in easier. Like I can just press them way quicker.
Can I try it out?
And still press all the buttons. Normal, this D-pad is nice. Yeah, you can try it out.
It's a very solid controller.
Yeah.
Basic.
I actually kind of like the little grips because I'll be playing like Cuphead or a game where I'll need to hold it down and my finger will slip sometimes, messing my entire thing up.
Yeah, like Dad said, I can see the little sandpaper stuff on the back and the
You
little
can't see
grip.
around this. Now,
There's like a little grip on
Now-
the back.
all your old accessories should work out of the box with the Xbox One X. So if you have a favorite controller, like our Elite controllers, you just sync them up and play with them. No big deal. This is a Bluetooth controller, so if you wanted to use this on your PC, you should be able to sync up with your PC, no problem. We use Game Cloud gaming with my tablet, so I need a controller to hook up to my tablet so that I can go on the road somewhere and play my Xbox when I'm not home. So that works pretty nice. Would be another good controller for that. Not all of the Xbox Series 1 controllers were Bluetooth. I think only in like the last generation, maybe when the Xbox One S came out, I think those controllers were defaulted to Bluetooth, but a lot of the ones before that were not. So.
I have a question.
Okay.
For the Xbox, would you have to buy another Game Pass for it to get Game Pass on both devices?
No, so we have Game Pass and Gold and all the subscription stuff. I think we're set up through 2022 or 2021, but that subscription carries over right into your Xbox One X or Series X. So you just go in there and re-download your games. You'll get updates if they have them for 4K. You'll get HDR if they didn't have it, and you'll get ray tracing, which is the big thing that this console can do,
ray tracing.
as well as.
I remember.
I've been kind of fed up with the load times a lot of the games, and if they've been optimized, they'll be faster no matter what. But if they've been optimized, they can really load in no time.
I remember when we played Portal Knights, the loading screens between areas took like 2 minutes.
Yeah,
It was
that
forever
I don't know if
long.
they'll optimize Portal Knights for the Series X, but it should be faster, just given the solid-state hard drive that the system has. Also notice this controller, unlike the Elite controllers, still takes batteries. I know some people are divisive on that, and I kind of like it. I like it based on my experience with PlayStation 4 controllers. PlayStation 4 controllers did not take batteries, and every time I went to play a PlayStation 4 game, my controller would be dead. They just didn't seem to hold a charge for that long, 8-10 hours, and I was always having to charge them. I also have like 20 AA batteries that we rotate through our Xbox controllers, so the fact that I already have batteries is pretty cool too.
Speaking more on the
Wait a minute.
Okay.
However, the Xbox Series Elite controller is a USB-C rechargeable controller, much like the PlayStation 4 controllers are, but that holds a charge for me for like 40 hours or almost 2 weeks of gaming. Like, I try to charge it on every Sunday night, but sometimes I forget, and it's still not low on battery. So if future controllers would have a battery that go 40 hours, then I wouldn't necessarily care to have the AA's. That's probably better. However, someday those will die, and I don't know how easy it is to replace the internal battery on a controller. You could probably do it. I've replaced on our controllers everything from thumbsticks to buttons to these buttons. I haven't quite modded it, but I probably could have, because I know you can buy different color LEDs and things like that. But I've fixed a bunch of things on the controllers, so I probably would have no problem replacing the battery if we had to. All right, Connor, what do you want?
What I was going to say is, since the share button, you immediately press it and it can record, will there be like a screenshot mode where instead of you recording the entire thing, you can just take and get a screenshot?
That exists today, so I'm sure there could be something like that. It's probably all dependent on how you set it up. Basically, your box is always recording. It's just not going to keep it unless you hit the button. Once you hit the button, I don't know if you get options that say, how long do you want to keep, or something like that, but you'll be able to choose how much you keep, and the rest just will be lost, and that's normal.
In Xbox One, I was kind of just bored, and I was on Xbox, so I was looking around at stuff, and if you just press the home button, and then if you press Y, you can take a screenshot of whatever.
Yeah, yep. There are ways to do it today on Xbox, and I'm sure it's not that much different. So, oh, what is that thing? I don't know what that is on the back.
It looks HDMI.
It says HDMI, but that's not an HDMI port, so I don't know. All right, guys. Well, that'll do it for our Xbox One unboxing. It's been a long time since we did an unboxing, and console unboxing isn't too exciting. It's more exciting to plug it in and play it. But oh, there are little feet on the side, I guess. I didn't see those before.
Oh yeah.
So if you want to, yeah, I'll show this real quick.
There's just not feet on.
Yeah, it's not a disc like on the bottom. They're just little tiny rubber feet that make it a little bit easier for you to put it on the side. But yeah, we're gonna start making some more videos. I'm gonna start exploring a lot of Game Pass games. And a couple weeks ago, I went through and I played every Game Pass game for a little bit, and it was incredibly fun. Like, there were games in there that I thought were gonna be crappy that turned out to be really amazing. Games I didn't quite understand what they were once I played it. Had a lot more fun than I thought I would. I remember I played New Super Lucky's Tale. I thought, yeah, just another platforming game, but it was a lot of fun. It just was more fun to play than I actually thought it would be. So I think it would be nice to start showing off a bunch of those games, and I'm going to try to start hitting all the Game Pass games if we can. So look forward to that, and these boys want to keep playing Fortnite and things like that. I'm going to try to do some videos, anything I can, to show you differences between this Xbox and the old Xbox. If you got any questions and want to know how something works, let me know. Maybe I can put a video together about it. But until then, thanks for watching. Come back, see us soon. We're going to start putting up more videos, and let us know what you want to see. We'll try to do it. Until then, have fun, keep playing games, enjoy Skylanders if you are still playing it, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.